Game last night, training this morning,
Yeah.
Craig. Straight back to work as we prepare for the trip to Newtown on Saturday.
Yeah, definitely. It's important. Obviously last night's result was a really good one. A good performance all round, but it's important that we move on from that quite quickly. Prepare for the game on Saturday. It'll be a tough game. It's never easy going to Newtown. Obviously they've, previous to the last two results, had on really good form. I think they won 6 or 7 on the bounce. With cup competitions and league, and so yeah, it'll be a tough game. It's never easy going there, but yeah, I think it's important to get the lads back in today and and assess the injuries and assess how people are and do a bit of a cool down and get some gym work done, and then prepare properly for obviously Saturday's game.
Well, the Robins are the only side we're yet to face in the league this season. They've made a good start, currently sitting third. And
Yeah.
as you just mentioned, they've won 8 of the last 10 games. So this game's going to be a particularly tough one, isn't it?
Yeah, it is. It always is. Chris is a good manager. He sets his teams up well. He's got some very good players, got some experienced players. They've obviously invested quite heavily over the last probably year or two, with some really good players. So they've strengthened, obviously bringing Jason Oswald back. We all know about Lou Robles, who's obviously was here previously. And Aaron Williams is obviously, I think he's second, or he's top goal scorer in the league as we stand. So there's 3 very good players, just to name 3 there. Not only that, you've got Rob Evans there, who was Wrexham's youngest ever captain. So yeah, they've got a strong squad, and like I said, invested heavily, and in look to obviously try to finish up as high as possible. So it'll be a tough game on Saturday.
Not including cup competitions, we've now scored 51 goals in 14 games. What would you say, in your opinion, has been the biggest driving factor behind our recent success in front of goal?
I think being relentless. I think not being happy with just Saturday being having shots at goal, and we need to be. We've been very critical actually. As much as we've scored a lot of goals, we've been very critical because the percentage rate of actually shots we've had compared to how much we've hit the target is lower than we would want. Below 50%. So we're creating lots of opportunities. There's lots of blocks. There's lots of missing the target, but I think we could do better hitting the target. But I didn't realise that stat there. So really with that stat there, I can't really complain an awful lot. So yeah, now the players have been brilliant. We've had a really, really hectic time. Players and and all the staff have worked relentlessly. Worked really hard to keep the standards. No complacency, and let's make sure we need to continue that on Saturday.
After the 6-1 victory against Colwyn Bay last night, we're now 6 points clear at the top. How important is it now to keep pushing on and not take our foot off the gas? Now we've got that little bit of a gap at the top.
Yeah, it's imperative. There's nothing else in our minds at all. Won't accept or stand for anything else. I think we need to do that. It's something that we've got a really strong squad. We've got players coming back from fitness. Very good players that have been out. You have to just look at it last night. Unfortunately, John Routledge, Ash Baker were both senior players out of the squad. I know they're coming back from injuries, but to have 2 players of that calibre and quality that aren't in the squad yet, and then you've obviously got Chris Marriott who's injured. You've got Jordan Marshall who's not available till January, and then obviously Deck McManus who's been the league's top goal scorer in the last 2 years. So we have got strength in depth, and I think that's always the key and the secret ingredient, if you like, to keep everyone on their toes, the competitive edge.
Brad Young has been getting all the plaudits, rightly so, since his arrival in the summer. But another player that's been going slightly under the radar, maybe Jordan Williams, missed virtually last season with a back injury. How good has it been to have him back this time around?
Yeah, it has. We were obviously a player down last season. I think the season before, George scored close to 20 goals in all competitions. So if you take that out of any team, it's going to be a miss. And George was a miss. I think he scored 5 or 6 this season altogether. You look at Ryan Brobble as well. Ryan Brobble scored 10 in 9 games. Brob's missed the first part of the season with injury, and he's come back and scored 10 goals in 9 games. And then the Scissors hit a bit of a purple patch again and scoring goals. So yeah, we've got goals from all areas. And you've obviously got Ben Clark, who's scoring goals from midfield as well. So which is good. It's when you are missing someone like Deck McManus, it's good that you can share the goals around like we have done.
That is the end of the midweek games now, for the time being at least. Is that going to make it easier to prepare now for the games going forward?
I think, look, players. I'm sure players just want to play games. They want to. That's what you're there for. That's what you're a footballer for, to play games. And I think coaches and managers want to try and get on the training pitch and try and get some work done, and and break things down a little bit and be a bit more technical, and and try to smooth out some rough edges. So from a coaches and managers point of view, we're really pleased that we've not got a midweek game for 3 weeks, so we can get on the coaching pitch and we'll work on some stuff that we feel we can do a little bit better with. But I'm sure as players, and especially as we've been winning, the tiredness seems to get forgot about, and and winning football games is what their ultimate objective is.
And finally, Craig, what is the injury situation? I know you mentioned last night Brad Young,
Yeah.
just a dead leg, so no
Yeah.
real concern there. But how are the other players looking ahead of the game?
Yeah, Deck's still where he is. Obviously, I think Deck's probably 6 to 8 weeks away. So yeah, from that point of view, Chris Marriott's probably 5 to 7 days away. And I think Jared Horlock, he's 2 weeks away from coming back in. So that's where we are at this moment in time. I'm not too sure if I've missed anyone out. I don't think I have there. Apart from that, we've got a full hit of players to choose from, and it's good. It gives me a problem, but it gives plenty of options as well and plenty of competition.